Hello, my name is Anna Björkvik, and today I want to discuss if it's possible to live a life free from suffering. I believe it is possible, but only if we experience and understand a few things first, which can take a couple of lifetimes to experience and understand, and that's fine. We are in no rush. So the first thing we need to understand in order to free ourselves from suffering is that pain is actually useful. Pain is giving us guidance, directions on what we need to do and what we must not do. If we wouldn't experience pain, we would all the time bounce into walls. We wouldn't care about eating healthy food. We wouldn't care about anything, actually. Pain is a great motivator for living a good life. It's a reference point. It's guidance. It's there to help us to understand what pain is not. Which leads to the other point, the other thing we need to understand and experience in order to live a life free from suffering. And that is to let go of attachments. So pain is a reference point and guidance for what we do not want. When we feel attachment, it's towards things that we feel that we want, that we crave, that we want more of. And what we need to understand here is that every physical experience, every relationship in the physical will eventually pass. We are artists down on earth creating sand castles. Everything we create is a sand castle. Every perfect wardrobe of clothes, every meal, every piece of art, every monument, every castle is a sand castle. It will eventually pass, dissolve into something new. So if we can find the beauty in the present moment, the beauty in something being created, something feeling wonderful, and then the beauty of also seeing it being washed out into the ocean, disappear. Then we free ourselves from the suffering from attachment. The next thing we need to experience is our very own soul. Because everything physical, which means also our bodies, the brain, thoughts, the feelings, will eventually pass. We need something to hold on to, right? Otherwise it means, of course we're gonna be afraid of death, of course we're gonna be afraid of everything disappearing, because if we are the physical, then we disappear. And maybe someone can find peace in that thought, but I know I have a soul that is eternal. And many people knows that, and there is so much written and so many tools about how to connect with your soul, your eternal presence, the part of you that sees the material world. And we need the material world, we need the material body to have something to see. So only when we have the world, the prakti in Sanskrit, the ever-changing material world, only when we have that we become the seer. If we wouldn't have the world around us, we would only be. And I imagine that to be very peaceful, but we wouldn't know that we were being. So If we can connect through meditation, yoga, writing, being out in nature, and trying to ask ourselves, who is seeing? Who is watching my hand? Who knows what I'm thinking? Who knows what I'm about to say next? Who knows that I'm experiencing this pain? And by asking yourself those questions many times each day, or just sit in meditation and try to feel what is there when all the thoughts dissolves, when the sense of the body dissolves, who is left? And what is left, it's your eternal soul. That is pure light, pure love, and ever existing. It was never born, and it will never die. It's something beyond the material, the changing. It's the zero, where the material is the one. It's the surface that the world is painted on. There are many metaphors. And if you can find that, you will be more okay with experiencing pain. You will be more okay with experiencing loss, because you will never be harmed. And the fourth point I wanted to make for today is, once you have found the soul in you, you can start to look for the soul in everyone and everything else. So the very same presence that sees the world through you is the very same presence that sees the world through your friend, through your husband, through your wife, your children, and even through animals, plants. Even I don't believe that plants are aware that they are aware. That's a human thing, and maybe a few other species on this planet's thing, to be able to be aware that we are aware. And when you realize that everywhere you look at yourself, then you will never feel lonely, you will never feel afraid, you will never feel abandoned. And even though physical loss, especially when it comes to humans that we love, will always be painful, but maybe that pain can feel a little bit more beautiful, love transformed into grief. And you will also know that the soul of that person and you will never be separate, because the soul is everywhere. We are all one. And when we realize that life can be free from suffering, we will still feel things, but if we can allow ourselves to feel it, we do not experience suffering. We're just feeling different things, having different experiences, but we will always be okay. Even when this body dissolves, I will be okay resting in my own nature, my soul. Thank you. I hope you like discussions like this, and if you do, make sure to click the little bell button so you get to know when I make new videos. Like the video, share it if you want to, comment below. I would love to connect with you and discuss. And also there are many opportunities to practice with me online or in the physical. So go to my website and check it out if you want to. Love you!